Today I'll be working on a 2014 GMC Acadia.
The truth.
Alright, so we're having problems with the back passenger door over here. The window switch does not move the window anymore. But let's go ahead and check out the driver's side switch. Make sure it's not the whole window motor itself. It's just the actual switch that's malfunctioning. Alright, now we're at the main switch over here on the driver's door. I'm going to go ahead and push this down and we're going to watch. Yep, the window goes down and up. So it is for sure that switch on the door. So let's go get that out. We're actually going to start with rolling the window all the way down. On the door latch right here, you're going to want to make sure it's unlocked. It's going to reveal this kind of little cover. What we're going to do is I'm going to either use a pick or a really thin screwdriver to get up underneath this cover right here. And just going to pop it out just enough. And I'm going to be pulling up at the same time. And that's going to release this little plastic tab off of the metal rod that's underneath. I'm going to try my screwdriver first. And if I can't get it, then I'm going to go with the pick. There we go, got it off. Scratched up a little bit, but you're not really going to notice it because it's going to be facing the window. So next, we're going to be going behind the door handle here. Oh, there's a little tiny spot. Oh, if I can hold the door handle at the same time. There's a little tiny spot right back in here. We're going to get at it with a pick and it's going to pop out this cover. Now just like that, it exposes a T30 Torx bolt. So next we're going to get up underneath this trim panel right here and expose two more bolts. So I'm just going to get in there with a little trim tool. I'm going to pry the bottom first and then it's just going to kind of pop the rest out. So we got a Torx bolt right up here at the top. And one right down here in the bottom. You don't have to worry about this little Phillips screw right here. So let's go take those three out right quick. Once you have those three bolts out, we're going to move down to the very bottom center of the door. And there is a small little gap. Oh, this door is really fucking dirty. But small little gap right here. What we're going to do is we're going to take one of our pry tools. We're going to get it in that gap. And there's a little plastic kind of pin back behind there. We're going to want to get up in there and pop that pin loose. So once you have that one popped free, you're just going to kind of slowly work your way around. And the other side too. Work your way all the way up. there's a little piece of black trim right here too that also needs to be popped off along with the door. So I just took that little plastic pry handle thing there. Just gonna pop that off. So I left a couple of them in here, just gonna keep the gap all the way around. But now that we have all the little tabs free, we're gonna go ahead and pull off and up to get that whole plastic piece off of the inside. And this one. Oh god. Gosh, it goes. Now this is the door handle wire. So what you got in here, I don't know where you can see it. On the end of this little shaft that I'm twisting, I'll try and get it to focus a little bit better. There we go. On the end of this little shaft I'm twisting, you can depress this little key, and this whole plastic piece will pop back, and you're gonna work the wire up out of here. Now you don't have to take this off. You can go ahead and just disconnect the electrical harness right down here. See if I can do it one-handed. But I am going to take mine off up here. That way I can show you guys how to get all this stuff off a lot easier. But if you're good enough, you can just take it off right down here and switch the button out. But let me go ahead and take this off really quick. Alright, so I definitely need both hands to do that, but there we go. Now I took that ball out. I'm going to tilt this guy out just a little bit so I can access the bottom side of this guy. So we're going to take out that little white clip right there. Should be able to see it. There we go. Take out that white little clip right there, and then the whole thing should be able to disconnect from the bottom of the switch. Alright, so there's the white clip thing. It just pulls straight down that way. Now we can go ahead and get that wire out. Sorry, it's really hard to show you guys that while I was holding the door panel up. But after the little white clip comes out the back here, you can just squeeze down on it and pull that whole thing out. So on the back side of this door panel, we're going to go ahead and we're going to start breaking loose these little tabs. Well, don't break them, but just going to open them up just a little bit, and we're going to be pulling on the actual window switch itself to kind of release it. You can use a pry tool, you can use your fingers. Just be very careful. These things do get very brittle and can break. I'm going to see if I can do it. Not block y'all's view too much. But there's 4 little tabs on this thing. Just gotta kind of loosen them all up. And then remove this window switch. Come on. Get up out of there. Holy crap, that took a lot of work, but finally got it out, and this thing looks disgusting. It's probably why it failed. Something probably got down inside of it and just caused it to short circuit, but let's go compare it to the new one really quick. So this is the AC Delco part number for the new one. AC Delco is the GM brand that they use, but you could Amazon this number and see what you can find on there. Or just see if there's any knockoff ones. But let's go ahead and get this one out of the packaging really quick. Alright, quick side by side with the old one and the new one. They both look the same, so that's always good. Just want to make sure you don't have, the wrong one or whatever. But yeah, these are both the same thing. So let's get our new one snapped into place really quick, and then we'll start putting the door panel back on the door. Now, I have heard of some people opening these things up. It's just got the little tabs on the side. You pop it open and possibly clean it out and see if it still works that way if you want to go the absolute cheapest route. But I figured might as well just throw a new one in because having problems with this one already. So Doesn't hurt, and it's only like 30 bucks for a new window switch, so not terribly priced, but I understand if you're on more of a budget, you might just want to try and clean this one out first. Now you're just going to want to make sure that the hole that the button goes through is on the right side. Don't try and put it in the wrong way, because it obviously won't work. But when you get it lined up, just go ahead and kind of push it into place, and you hear a snap. Just like that, and it's locked into place now. So let's go take this door panel and put it back on the car. Alright, so I just put the electrical connection back together, and I put the little safety latch thing on there as well. It is on the back side of that switch. Next we're going to, where is it? Right here, the door latch thing itself. We're going to put that ball right back on there. So we're going to line this little ball up with this little hole and slot right here. Let's see if it'll focus. There we go. Little hole and slot right here, and then we're just going to clip it right back in there. Just like that. Just going to line it over our pins all the way around, and we're going to get this door lock mechanism through this little hole right here, and then it's going to kind of just, this little strip, where is it? This little metal strip right here just kind of sits right in this groove. So we're going to get all that aligned, and then we're just going to start popping all these little clips into place where they belong, all the way around the door. Alright, so next we're going to be putting in our 3 T30 Torx screws. I'm just going to use a screwdriver because it's long enough, or my Torx screwdriver. That one's long enough to reach all of them. So just get all those installed, just get them nice and snug. They don't have to be super duper tight, but good enough on there. Before we get too far along, it's always good to double check that what you did works. So now that we know it does, let's go ahead and put this plastic trim on, and we're going to be putting this little plastic cover on right here as well. For this piece of wood trim, we're going to start at the top, kind of get it into place, line it up all the way down, just kind of like press it all the way in. There it goes. Next is going to be the little piece for the door handle. I'm just going to kind of open the door handle a bit, slide it into place, and then snap it the rest of the way. Just like that. Alright, so you do want to make sure this is in the unlocked position. If it's in the locked position, just go ahead and pull it up. But I'm just going to slide our little cap over top, push it all the way down, make sure it sits in that little groove. And once it's all the way down, just going to kind of press this in place. There it goes. And there you go. Well, if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll try and answer them as soon as I can. If you like the music that was in the background of any of these videos, check out the artist's SoundCloud. I'll put the link in the description.